Hello Libra, this is your reading for the third week of October, or whenever you're guided to click on this video. If this message resonates for you and it's not even October, this message is for you most likely, as time is not a straight linear line. It is cyclical, it is cycles. We always circle back to energy. So this reading is for sun, moon, or rising in the sign of Libra. We still are in Libra season, getting ready to move into Scorpio season, but the sun is still in Libra. We have Venus and Mercury also in Libra, a lot of Libra energy. And the energy for the eclipses even, which will be next week, the first lunar eclipse, partial lunar eclipse, or solar eclipse, my apologies, partial solar eclipse, as well as Saturn going direct next week as well. We have a lot of energy shifting and changing. Libra energy and Venus and the sun is all to do with our relationships to ourselves and to others, and how we relate and how we can bring our relationships back into a balance, harmony. So for Libra, first two cards out, Libra, we have the energy of focus along with fulfillment. So Libra, I'm already off the bat. I'm going to get a few more cards from this deck, but the main focus that the energy is pulling you towards is towards what brings you fulfillment, what makes you happy, what actually feels good to you and gives you a sensation of fulfillment, which is a balance, an equal give and take. When I give readings to people, especially personal readings, because it's one-on-one, there's a sense of fulfillment, because whatever's when I open up and channel energy through and readings come through and they resonate for another and it really clicks something into place for them, helps them put a piece of their puzzle together on their journey, that is a win-win. It is very fulfilling to me. And also just to be able to have the capacity to uplift people from time to time. So that's examples of fulfillment, Libra. Actually, my ascendant, my rising sign is Libra. So our focus is towards our happiness, what brings us a sensation of fulfillment. Because nobody can deny that there has been imbalance in our lives for quite some time. The focus is no longer on the things that are going wrong, the things that are struggling and challenging. Now, the focus is going towards, okay, what can I do to change that? I need to focus on what brings me that sensation of fulfillment, movement. So there is movement. Things are shifting, changing. We're moving in a new direction towards fulfillment, towards the things that bring us satisfaction, happiness, and fulfillment. Anything else from this deck for Libra? So Libra, with movement, with taking the first baby steps, I'm hearing baby steps, taking the first few steps towards something different, something new, something satisfying and fulfilling. There's a newfound hope. Maybe in the past had a negative attitude, like nothing good ever happens to me, or if it does, it doesn't last. But now the focus is changing, and the movement is maybe even an attitude, I'm hearing. Hope, holding hope for a bright new future. Honesty, loyalty, you can't make it up, Libra. honesty and loyalty, these are integral parts to having healthy relationships with self and with others, with life in general, I'm getting. Typically, when we are in relationship with another, there are 4 primary fears that creep up, that we get triggered into, that a lot of people just internalize and don't vocalize or express, but it does come out in very strange ways sometimes. Those 4 primary fears that we have in relationships is abandonment, probably number 1, and then rejection or disapproval of something we're doing or just ourselves in general. Being trapped in pain, not being able to get out of a situation, guilt trips I'm hearing. And the 4th one is loss of self or enmeshment. Like you get so absorbed into somebody else's energy and life that you really lose your own self-identity. Those are the 4 main fears I'm hearing. So the focus moving towards fulfillment. Maybe this is moving towards a relationship or something that would bring more fulfillment within a relationship, or a more fulfilling relationship, or just more something that brings a sense of fulfillment. There's movement, there's hope, right? We got to be honest with ourselves and with others, with life in general. And loyalty to this new movement, loyalty to self, integrity, loyalty towards this fulfillment. Maybe we were pulling ourselves towards what we were told, we were trained, we were programmed and conditioned that we had to do to survive, stay safe. Pulling away from that and moving towards what we actually get happiness and satisfaction out of. Holding that hope. There has to be an integrity, honesty, loyalty, loyal to a new path, loyal to a new soulmate, or loyal to your partner. And then the last card that came out, which is quite interesting, which made me go over the 4 primary fears within a relationship, is invisible. So we're going to dive deeper into this one, Libra. But you may have felt invisible in your relationships in the past. The bottom of this deck is listening, which is key in relationships, in life in general. If we're always talking over and not listening to what the other person is and saying, and we just need to get out what we want to get out, that's not an equal give and take. That energy is not an equal energetic exchange. Listening is key. It's important to listen, because when you listen to another, that person listens to you. It's cause and effect, right? So let's dive a little deeper into this, shall we? This is probably going to be a long reading, so I'm going to end up doing an extended, I have a feeling. If you want to join me, that link is in the description box below this video. If you click on the little upside down arrow, it has a drop down box with all my information. Feel free to join me over there. It is a monthly subscription, $5 a month. You get unlimited extended readings on Patreon. It's a pretty good deal. But we'll see where we go here, Libra. What else can we tell Libra? What's brought this shift in focus towards what actually brings fulfillment and happiness in life? Okay. We have fulfillment of wishes again. However, along with the waiting game and spiritual strength. So Libra, you've had a wish, you've had hope for something for a long time, I'm hearing. You were waiting for the right time, you were waiting for some sign, waiting for things to change, and waiting, I'm hearing, until you realized, oh, I'm waiting on myself. I have to be the change. I have to make those changes, because the realization, which brings us spiritual strength, We connect. We connect to the higher, and then we receive the guidance, the intuition, the, knowing ourselves internally. We get to understand, like, maybe I wasn't listening all the way. And I'm just waiting and waiting and waiting for somebody else to change or something else to change. And here, all along, it was me. Once we make that decision, the fulfillment of wishes is granted by the universe. So putting the focus on something positive for yourself makes a huge difference as well. If we're constantly focused on our pain, on what happened in the past, or just our struggles, our challenges, and woe is me energy, or just like, I can't, I just don't. If we keep giving up, don't give up, Libra. We continue to perpetuate that cycle. So this is beautiful. There's movement. It's telling me there's movement. You've held hope, kept a positive attitude on this aspect in your life, and it's really paying off. There's been a waiting game, though. You kind of played that, I'm hearing cycle after cycle, cycle after cycle, but there were small layers that were unpacked through each cycle. If we do it all, it's almost like too much. You know what I mean? If we make these drastic changes, which sometimes we do, I did that, but it is extremely traumatizing, not only to you, but your family or whoever else is in your life at that time. So with the waiting game, there's always a purpose for that too, and it's more of an easier way of ascending into a higher version of you, ascending, unlayering all of the more dense, pre-programmed, conditioned versions of ourselves that we're realizing this isn't really me, and this really isn't for me. All right, let's keep going here, Libra. So maybe this is within a relationship. Let's see. They're just in life in general. Sorry, I'm a little sloppy with my spreads, but there's always a rhyme and a reason. Libra. And also, I'm reminded, while we're in this waiting game energy of going through the cycles, going through the motions, sometimes repeating things over and over and over and over again, lessons, we gain more understanding, knowledge, and spiritual strength. We can become a bit ungrounded through that, and you're jaded with the journey, because you get this hope and you think things are going to change and they look like they're going to change, and then nope, we're back in the same old cycle again. Now there's movement that's really towards this hope. It also brought up the stages of the grief process for me, which everybody processes grief in their own way, in their own time, in their own phase. So there are 5 stages, but sometimes we can repeat the stages. Usually it starts off with denial, like, no, this is not happening. That did not happen. No. And then it turns to anger. Anger sets in, and you have to honor the grief process. Trust me when I say, when I did not honor my own grief process when my father passed away, it came back to bite me in the butt, big time, 17 years later. We have denial, we have anger, we have bargaining, depression, and then finally acceptance. With this movement, with this hope, I'm getting, Libra, that you're finally at the stage of acceptance on your journey, which is beautiful, and you are now listening. You're listening to the messages. You're listening to the telepathic messages I'm hearing. You're reading in between the lines. There's certain words that people will say, or sentences that'll spark like a memory, a thought that your intuition picks up. There's a lot of puzzle pieces coming together right now, I'm hearing. But now that you are more grounded, thank you, I think that you finally came back to earth, Libra, and are rooted and grounded and in your body again, but still connected. Now you can make movement. Now there is this hope, this desire, this dream. But you got to be honest with yourself. Stay on the path that feels right for you. And we'll get into invisible here too. Cannot make it up. Along with honesty, we have truth and the universe. Libra, the truth. You're seeing, you're experiencing, you're knowing the truth. Be honest with yourself. The universe has your back, but is also really speaking to you right now very strongly. Very strongly. Whew, I got the chills all over from this. 2 major arcana with honesty and truth. The truth is the truth. You cannot deny it. I mean, you can if you want, but you're just going to go back into this waiting game cycle again. And how much fun was that? No, nobody enjoys that at all. Loyalty. I'm getting loyalty, being loyal to your path, being loyal to your to spirit, to the cosmos, to your soul's journey, and not to the material world as much. The places that we all had been sucked into. Like a black hole almost sometimes. Commercialism, materialism, consumerism, colonization I'm hearing. That's interesting. Heart chakra. Yeah, is your heart's in it now. Your heart's in the journey. Now you're loyal, Libra, or whatever this is happening with the truth in the universe. This has got your heart in alignment, and it's loyal to this path, this new path. Tell me about invisible for Libra, please. Maybe in the past you had felt very invisible. Crown chakra. You're getting a lot of spiritual insight right now. Cosmic downloads, we call them. It's impressions in our mind's eye. We think that they're either memories or thoughts, but it is more. It's detailed, and it's spelling things out to you in a lot more detail. Give me a little bit more here. And oh yes, these are communications coming in from the invisible realms. Aha! Some things that you can't necessarily see, but you certainly do feel, sense, and I'm hearing hear. And maybe some other cosmic experiences you're having as well, Libra. Ooh, beautiful. Okay, bottom of this deck. Okay, we have the mental confusion and transformation. So yeah, a lot of times when we're going through this kind of energy, when we're getting a lot of visitations, even from our ancestors, from spirit, from your tribe on the other side, that's invisible, that you cannot see, it can cause a lot of mental confusion. Don't get stuck in your head, Libra. You are going through a major transformation in your life right now, big time. So if things seem strange, but your heart's in line now. So maybe you're already kind of used to this. This has happened before, but your heart was not on board. So try not to get stuck in the mind with this, Libra. Stay in your heart. Stay loyal to this path. Don't be afraid of it. Hope, again, and patience below that. Can't make it up. And destiny. And destiny. Okay, Libra. So I'm going to take this over to Patreon into the extended. If you'd like to join me there, again, that information is in the description box below. But if this is where you leave us, I'm going to pull an advice card for you. And if you like this video, please click the like button. And if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Doing these two things really helps all content creators here on YouTube. It helps with the algorithms on YouTube. It helps spread the messages out to more people who may need to hear them. It also helps with our channels and the growth of our channels. So it's always greatly appreciated. All right, Libra. And you can share also for friends or family if you're really resonating with this, or if you know a Libra, Sun, Moon, or Rising, and you're like, oh my gosh, that sounds just like what Sally's going through, or whatever, you know. Share it. Don't be afraid. You've got this. Go for what gives you a sense of fulfillment, happiness. Advice for Libra, please. Oh, we have the eagle. I've been seeing a lot of eagles lately too. It says you are learning all aspects of spiritual connection and reaching for new heights. Can't make it up, Libra. I don't know why I keep saying that because I'm not making anything up anyway. But I have this sensation that there are some Libras out there like, oh my God, this is really happening. Like, this has just been confirmed to you, Libra. Yes, this is happening. So enjoy the journey. The joy is in the journey. It is not about the destination. There really is no destination you will find. When you have a destination in mind, you might get there, but the universe is going to shake that up and be like, okay, now next. So just have fun on the journey and see what kind of things come in for you. Stay open to receiving. When we're closed down to possibilities and energies, we don't receive anything. We don't even receive the messages and insights that would help us get out of being stuck. So stay open to receiving from the universe, Libra. This is your message for this week. And again, we're going to take this over into Patreon for an extended reading. If you'd like to join us, that information is in the description box below. And you can also book a personal reading if you're interested on my website. That information is in the description box below as well. Take care, Libra. Bye.